I put a phone in the soda that's dope.
Baby on the neck getting foolish. Live on the set with the gang and Mike Cooley. I'm just coolin'. Coolin' with the gang. Coolin' with the gang. Cooley in the gang. Baby on the neck getting foolish. Live on the set with the gang and Mike Cooley. I'm just coolin'. Coolin' with the gang. Coolin' with the gang. Cooley in the gang. Nothing better than a professor. Watch him cook up coolin'. Big G, can't forget my nigga Mike Cooley. Keep it high like a pot of carrot. Sweet as Mayberry. Question is she single? Is she single? We'll find out when I call and I be geeking off G. Laughing till I'm nauseous. Caution, they going all in. Leaving no stones unturned, no topic untouched. They love the cuss and they fuck shit up. Brother, I keep my money right. Make sure you keep that money right. Make sure you keep that money right. Glam sham, keep the jewelry tight, make sure you keep it. We on weekly, make sure you peep it. Mad King state of mind, the best kept secret. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, so do it. Introduce it, the gang and Mike Cooley. We be on the neck getting foolish. Live on the set with the gang and Mike Cooley. I'm just coolin'. Coolin' with the gang. Coolin' with the gang. Cooley in the gang. We be on the neck getting foolish. Live on the set with the gang and Mike Cooley. I'm just coolin'. Coolin' with the gang. Coolin' with the gang. Cooley in the gang.
You are tuned in to the Cooley and the Gang Show on Blockworks Radio.
Yeah, I'm good. Hello.
What it do?
What's that? What's that?
Lene, you be getting. Do people fuck your name up that bad? She said Lene.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Going on 42 years. Yes, Lord.
Breaking it up every piece.
But that's because people be like, "Oh, Linnea." I'm like, no. No, my mom is where she's like, no, it's Linnea.
That's right. She's like, I named my baby. I better get it right.
Exactly. Southern folks couldn't do it. So, what's your name? Nay? Come in, Nay. I was like, oh. I just answered to it. So
I know a lot of people be like, Linnea?
Yes.
Linnea.
I'm like, what?
No, I think for that you need to pluck them in their fucking forehead if they call you Linnea. Like
I don't even sweat it. I know who they talking about.
What's up, NJ Rich?
Hey.
Rich, what's good? Wayne, what's good?
What's good, Wayne? How y'all doing? Everybody, we got a special guest tonight. Coming on at about 7:15. Mike Norton will be here. Like real talk, like what y'all want to talk about? Cause I tell you, last night I sat in this chair ready to get the show prep together, and I just like, I just don't feel like it. I just didn't feel like it. So I'm putting
like that.
Hey, Mike, I see you with the new case on with the drip coming from the scissors. Okay. I said, yo, okay.
Try to switch it up a little bit.
Let them guns go. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Thanks. Just try to switch it up a little bit. Do a little something on the sleeve here, if you can see.
Okay.
New lettering.
Y'all better get with my brother, man.
I've been bluffing. It ain't their fault. It's been me. I've been bluffing, yo. I'm getting back into it slowly but surely.
I heard that, right?
I'm waiting on this business license, but I finally got it all squared away, though. So, yeah, I'm going to get back serious with it.
All right, so now we all going to be
business owners around this party.
Yeah, for real. NJ Red said, when the new line coming out?
Very soon, Rich. It's starting to get colder. All the sweatshirts and sweatsuits get ready to come out on you.
No doubt. Shout out to everybody that's joined us. Take a second, hit that heart real quick. Let us know you're here. Shout yourself out. I see Big Wayne. We see NJ Rich. If you're here, let us know you're here so we can give you a shout out. And hit that share button. You already know it's free 99. It don't cost a thing to share. Whenever you come to the Cooley and the Gang show, we like if you bring a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Professor, how you doing, brother? You good? Whenever you come to the Cooley and the Gang show, we like it. Which one of y'all? You good?
That was me.
You're on mute, Professor. You know that, right?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Everything good, brother?
Yeah, everything good. No complaints at all, yo. Feeling good.
All right, that's what's up.
So, question, Professor, are you officially a model?
No.
I was just, I was looking. I was like, oh, that sweatsuit tight. Let me go to the website and see what else they got up in this, on the site. And I was like, Professor. Oh, he's the spokesman. He's a model.
Nah, I just do that for her because she asked me to do it. I think the first time it was more so like a I was there type of thing. Throw this on, let me see. But now it's more so like she'll hit me and say it's time to, update the website or something like that.
Well, I mean, keep it cohesive, so
Yeah.
they can see, what I mean, like the fit in different, you in different fits so they can see how it works. But the sweatsuit was tight. But I saw that it
I know people probably wondering. So let's show the people the professor is in action.
So the sweatsuit didn't, I don't mean wetsuit. Sweatsuit didn't drop.
So the professor's out here doing his thing, getting his model on. Yeah.
Ian's gonna be talking.
Out there getting his Ashtakor. We had Ashtakor on the show before. She has some very dope clothes. Definitely want to shout her out. But the professor's out there doing this thing, making moves. He on podcasts. He doing modeling. He got the beard.
He in the community.
He got
helping
the beard.
The community.
You got the beard butter. He got the beard butter.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I gotta get some more too.
I just want.
Oh, they're looking like Brother Muhammad.
Yeah.
They call him.
You know the question I always get, right?
Are you Muslim?
Are you Muslim?
Always the same question. Always the same question.
I think I asked the same thing, but it wasn't until I saw you in the whole Muslim attire. I was like,
"Hey, nay.
He confirmed you Muslim now."
Nah.
Well,
I mean,
it's a good look though.
You
like
wear
you handle your business,
though.
bro. I'm definitely, you always been a good brother, classy brother.
Mm-hmm.
When you ain't, we make sure
do you know if that one dropped that you modeled?
That's what the black
I don't think that was one was on the website. The one I saw had more of her logo across it. But that one didn't drop yet, did it?
Yeah.
It did.
She put all those out Saturday.
Okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go look again. Hey, Nene.
All right, so like I said, I didn't really have much. I don't know what you all have seen this week. I got a couple things saved. One of these videos we already talked about it, but I never played the video when I was talking about the lady that the dude was trying to talk to her, and she was giving them the blues.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and we can go ahead and rock with that.
You couldn't get the thing the video to actually load that time.
I don't remember trying.
Yeah, that's what it was. You couldn't find it or something so we had to kind of talk through it instead.
Oh, all right. Well, fuck it. We got it now for IG. So we're going to do this real quick because I'm getting a little quicker with this shit. Just let me know if y'all can hear it.
Gotcha.
To you?
There was no problem.
Oh yeah, I'm just texting my friend. She was just texting me.
No, it was no problem. I had seen you had left it on the table, and I was trying to get your attention, but you kept walking, so you probably didn't hear me.
So she left her card or something in the store. He was bringing it out.
So what you came out here for?
I mean, I was bringing your ID. I would want somebody to bring me mine, and I'm gonna break anyway, so it makes.
Well, I'm grown. What else you came out here for?
I mean, obviously that, and it's obvious, that you're pretty. So I was trying to talk to you, feel like get to know you a little bit.
I want to get to know you. So what else you do outside this little job?
Damn, little job, man. It's a job, man. Not a little job. I mean, but I'm a bartender, so that's what I do. I mean, I'm working on a business, also, but
you working on a business?
Yeah, I'm working on a business.
You working on a business, or you trying to get in my business?
I mean, I'm working on a business. I mean, we actually make good money. Like I get the bills paid. I have spending, but like we don't let the title like fool you. Like we make some good money here.
So what you drive?
I drive a vehicle. What you mean what I drive?
A vehicle. What kind of vehicle?
I drive a Monte Carlo. I got a 2013 Monte Carlo. 2013, I said.
What year we in now?
2021. What that?
2021.
I mean, it's a car. They give me from A to B is a whip.
Right. So where you stay?
I stay in the east. I got a house in the east. I got a 2-bedroom in the east.
A 2-bedroom.
Yeah, 2-bedroom. What you want me to have a mansion or something?
No, I'm just wondering what is the rest of the house?
It's a 2-bedroom. I mean, it's not like it's 30 people stay with me. I mean, it's nice. I don't stay with nobody. I don't worry about nobody else coming in and out the house. It's mine. I'm independent. Like, that's a problem. I got a house, got a car, I got a job. What's the problem? Why you got me feel like I'm filling an application or something?
I'm interviewing you. I ain't got time to waste. There's other people trying to fill the same position.
So you like a bidding war.
I hate her. Like I hate her.
But that's where we at. So
I mean, I'm just trying to get to know you. Like
so you got churn? I want you to know. I want to get to know you.
Yeah, I got one.
You won.
Yeah.
A whole child?
A whole child.
Oh, I don't. That's one too many. That's one way too many.
You don't do kids or something?
Absolutely not.
Oh, so you don't have kids? I see.
Oh no, I got 5.
You got 5 kids?
Yeah, I got 5.
So the kids, I mean, kids blessings. I don't understand how you got 5 and you talk, I mean,
because I got enough for the both of us. I don't need somebody to have a child.
Right. I mean, I really just trying to, I'm just trying to get to know you.
Matter of fact, it's not gonna work. I figured it out. Nope, it's not gonna work. Nope. No, it's not gonna work.
I'm talking to you like a.
I know, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
You've been disrespecting me the whole time I've been at the car. All I did was come at you, respectfully.
It's not gonna work. You got cheering everything.
You got a whole basketball roster.
And I will father my mother starts to whoop your mother. Don't play with me. Don't play that with your get a better job. You ain't got no real
so
job. Well, that was nice.
That was his fault.
That was uncalled for, though.
He gave her too much of his power. He answered every question she asked, and he started stuttering and shit. Like, that was his fault.
Yeah.
He must have could see something in that car we couldn't see, but I could see from here.
Because from the minute he walked up and her face said it all.
Yeah.
Like, here you go, Miss Lady.
And after that little job, man, I'd have been. He should. Yeah, he stayed too long. He stayed too long. He gave her the power.
You know what's sad about that, man? First of all, like I said the last time we talked about this, she wasn't interested in the first place. Because if she was interested, she wouldn't have done that from the beginning. And she could have done that a different way. One thing that I definitely have to say. First of all, it's a dangerous world out here, and playing them type of games can end deadly for women nowadays. I've talked to several different females that have said that they're very cautious in how they
respond.
Yeah, how they let men go, because they know that egos are a big thing, and a lot of these guys don't really know how to deal with their issues. So they're lashing out a lot more nowadays. So what she just did, she took a big risk. And I know everybody think that nothing's gonna happen to them, but she just really disrespected him for no real reason, man. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. He's doing what's working for him. That's what he's doing. He's living his life the way that he wants to live it. If you want to be a part of it and upgrade it or keep it the same, then be a part of it. If you don't, then keep it pushing. Why you got to disrespect somebody and make them feel bad about where they are in life? That's one thing that I've noticed about people. Like, even if you listen to the stuff that some of these women say, and guys too, say on social media, the way that they belittle the great things that you're doing in your life. Maybe that's a big step for you. Maybe getting your first house at 40 is a big step for you. Maybe you couldn't do it before. Right. Whatever it is that you're doing in your life, and people just conveniently try to make you feel bad about your progress. And that shit, man, like that's a damaging thing. Now, here you got this guy, he may not want to talk to anybody for a period of time because you just shot his whole idea down. And I mean, it was so easy, man. And like you said, he could have walked away, but I was playing it out in my mind, and I was saying, at what point would I have walked away? See, first thing is, the way that I am now, like I pick up on energy kind of quick. And her energy was off from the time that he bought the card to her car.
Right.
And if I'd have noticed that her energy was off, I probably just would have been like, all right, have a good day and let it go. If she really was interested, she would have stopped me or had more to say as I was walking away or whatever the case might have been. But
he was never disrespectful to her at all. Like, when she was disrespecting him, he maintained respect, a respectful level talking to her.
Yeah, he was real. Speaking of respect, shout out to my first ever girlfriend in the room. What's up, Shanae? Every time I say that, it's my first girlfriend ever in life.
Her too?
Yeah.
Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember that last video we had on here? And the dude was trying to holler at the girl at the restaurant, and she turned him down nice.
Oh, he came with the gun.
She got the gun and started shooting him and shit, and she turned him down nice. So imagine that dude running to her.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's definitely gonna catch some bullets.
Yeah, it's a sad set of affairs, and
why the phone though? Like why?
Because she knew she already knew that she was gonna be disrespectful with it.
Yeah, she knew she was gonna do him like that. And I don't had no respect for her in that situation. In her mind, she thinks she did something slick, and anybody that's applauding her, they just as stupid as she is.
And I think, I'm pretty sure it backfired because I'm pretty sure not first grade Skittle loves. I'm pretty sure all the comments that she got on that video, I'm pretty sure they were all trashing her. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that video backfired on her.
I should have. You know what? I should have read some of the comments, but I know I want to try to just grab something. And if y'all got something y'all want me to, just let me know. Send it to me. Professor, did you get that second email I sent you? I should have got 2 emails.
We didn't get no email.
Nah.
So this one right here, and I wanted to ask you first.
You said an email? Nah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out after the show. What you sent me from Neri. Can I bump that or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, bet. So I don't know if y'all remember, but what was the first thing? Can y'all post the link to that video after the show? Oh yeah, definitely. Where did I get that video from? It was on
It was Instagram, you said.
Yeah, but it was one. I think I got it from the Shade Room. No, I got it from Spiritual Word.
Because I initially sent it to you.
Yeah, Spiritual Word is who I'll copy that link real quick. I'm about to post the link.
The last video you just posted?
Yeah, it was on the website, the site.
Spiritual Word.
Yeah, I just posted it in the room. But Neri, the last thing Neri had a topic that we talked about before. It's she's just Neri. Okay. She got business. She's an entrepreneur.
Okay.
What was the first joint we posted? What was it? It was How to Love a Black Man, I believe.
Right.
We did the slideshow How to Love a Black Man. Mm-hmm. That was her. So she has another post, and there's a couple slides, and I want to go through them and talk about y'all. Yo, so how should we go through all of them or just start with one?
Wait a minute. I don't even like how you sit there and talk about y'all.
Y'all
ain't catch that, did y'all? I caught it. Talk about y'all.
Well, I don't mean talk about y'all, but it was really no subliminal on that.
Yes, you was talking to the women.
So the first one says a lot of men walk away because y'all women was too busy finding faults in them while they was too busy overlooking yours. Now, let's talk about this first one. You can't click there. You got.
No, I was just highlighting there. Agreed.
Oh yeah, definitely. I somewhat agree with it. We've talked about this. You and I have talked about this.
Oh, all right, then my bad.
Before. So I'll let y'all go. Let's start with Linnea. Linnea, do you
I'd say some men, they said a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. I would say there's a special few men. I call them gentlemen to be different. They would exude this, but 9 times out of 10, some egotistical, low vibrational male was that's the first thing they will pull out. They just hold it in their arsenal. They hold it in their arsenal. Whenever we're arguing. The first thing they're gonna put out, well, after you had my baby, you gained all this weight, and you ain't as cute as when I first met you, and yada yada yada. And I'm like, okay, so you was holding this all in. So I mean, I think more of us women be doing that, overlooking some men's faults. To be honest,
Ain't no way in hell.
some of us. Again,
First
I
of all,
don't.
we can't even take y'all to the restaurant and not have y'all send some shit back 3 or 4 times or
Not me.
a little bit when it ain't enough ice cubes in the cup and shit. Now I'm all embarrassed at the table because you cussing the girl out.
They ain't got nothing to do
you
with
wanted
you.
a Coke and she brought you a Diet Coke by accident.
That's your
Now
fault. That's your
that
fault,
bitch
they
think I'm
wasn't-
fat.
I mean, everyone has a bad
Diet
day.
Coke and shit.
I've been in the customer service realm. I understand everyone had a bad day, but I don't be doing that.
But that ain't even got nothing to do with overlooking a man's fault. What he talking about, because that ain't his fault.
Right.
That is a fault.
Right, overlooking him cheating, overlooking him maybe.
No, we're not taking it to the extreme.
Not working.
We are not. No,
right, not working.
Yeah, okay. I see what's happening here.
I'm just saying,
I see
Not
what's happening.
helping out with the household chores, help out with the kids. I didn't make them by myself.
Hello.
I am not Jurassic dinosaur.
I think men tend to overlook more than women.
I don't think men tend to overlook. I think men just don't give a damn about a lot of. And this is coming from Mike Cooley, who tells me all the time. Let me bring the mic closer, like you like to hear. Real cool. That don't care.
So y'all know.
Men don't care about a lot of things that we may find issues to them. They're like, it ain't nothing. So it's not that y'all overlook. Y'all just don't give a fuck.
So
women in the city having a nigga drop them off at work in their car while the dude just runs the streets all day. That's not fair. We overlook it. That's not fair.
Yes.
Go ahead, Professor.
So first thing is, I think you wanna qualify how what do you, when you say a man, I think we're looking up along the lines of men that have some level of integrity, some men that are actually worthy candidates, people that you actually would want to develop time with. We're not talking about the guys that should have never got no time in the first place. We're talking about genuine dudes that in your life, they're good to you, you're good to them. However, you have some ways, he has some ways. The male has a tendency to overlook the issues that you have going on, as opposed to you looking at the things that he has going on and saying, you know what, I really rather not deal with you. This is not something I'm interested in. So for instance, I brought this up one time before about how men are more willing to deal with a woman who has a low-paying job or no job at all. But a woman is more than likely going to have so much to say or not want to deal with a guy who has a low-paying job or is not working at all. Mm-hmm. We would overlook the fact that you are trying to start a business and may not be where you want to be at yet. Whereas though, if it was the other way around, you wouldn't. In most scenarios, you're not going to overlook the fact that he doesn't have a job. Not even weighing out the fact that you don't know what he had going on in his life. You don't know what led him to that point. Suppose he got laid off. He's not going to lay down everything, every blow by blow moment in his life, especially in the first meeting. You just already present an idea about him before you even get into, the specifics of his life. And see, as men, we tend to overlook that because we believe in you. That's one thing that I talked about on the other show I was on. I talked about the fact that, believing somebody's big. Like people, we don't believe in each other no more. You got people that are in relationships, whether they, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, married, whatever, but they don't really believe in each other. You got to almost convince the motherfucker like you try and get alone. It's just like a bad scenario. And in order for us to work, we got to start believing in each other. We got to start start looking at the things that we have to say, and start actually, saying, damn, I don't see this right now, but I believe in you enough to walk with you anyway, because I accepted you into my life. I want you to be a part of my life. I'm going to walk with you. And a lot of times, man, we just don't get that as men. And again, you got to qualify what we're talking about with men too. You don't want to say just blanket statement men, because yes, I think that only really applies to the guys that you actually would want to give your time to, that is worthy of your time.
So let me ask this question.
I'm glad you cleared it up, though.
Based on your scenario that you just raised, do you think that it has a lot to do with, and I'm not even going to say that way that we were raised, because my mother did not instill that, but it's also something that's just instilled in men and women, period, as far as a man is supposed to be the one that comes to the table prepared. He's supposed so, because there's a lot of women that still feel like, you know what I mean, like not necessarily that man should take care of them, but as the man, as the head, as the one who's supposed to be the protector, the lead,
Provider.
like the provider, you're coming to the table with nothing, or you had something and you lost it, but like
define what is nothing.
Well,
okay.
Well, I'm not gonna say
nothing.
Okay, well,
Different things.
if I'm gonna say, I'll put it like this: when I say nothing, I mean like if I lost my job today, could you hold us down?
Okay.
Or will you and I both be on a porch together? But also, like Rich said, it's very true. Women need a vision. You can't tell us I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and it's nothing behind it. It's nothing that you're showing or presenting to us in this vision that makes us believe that you are doing X, Y, and Z. And does that make sense? Like, we have to have that vision to believe and to trust. You can't just tell us that. You know what I mean? Like I said, Mike and I went through a period where he wasn't working. When he came off the road and he was finding his footing after being a trucker all his life, we had a plan. So I trusted in his plan because we mapped it out together. He just wasn't like, I ain't working. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find a job. I think I want to do this. I saw him put the work in. So I trusted him. You know what I mean? So that vision was there to kind of, that invisible vision was, I had something to kind of hold on to, even though it wasn't really there. I still had something to hold on to. But I'm just curious, does a lot of the women's perspective as far as men come into play with the way that a lot of us were told, or it's been presented or thrown out there? And I ain't talking about the man with all the money, you take care of everything, but it's still the man is supposed to be the provider, the X, Y, and Z. And if you can't do that coming to the table or provide a vision of how you want to do that, how can we trust?
Right.
All right. So first thing is this. I was at Nell's conversation party, and there was a guy there, and he brought up a point. He was talking about being a provider, right? And talking about that same thing that Kevin Samuels says about the, what does he say, 1% or 10% of men or something along those lines. And what he said was, a good way to gauge if you fit in that category is if you are bringing home at least $10,000 a month. That's after everything, $10,000 a month. If you're doing something like that, then you fall in that category. See, a lot of guys put themselves in that category, but they aren't in that range, right? And he said, the difference between me and other guys is that I can change your life today. Not next week, not next month, today. He said, you can give me every last one of your bills. I could pay all of them off today. He said, that's the difference. That's when you're talking about those 10% of men. So that's the first thing. Everybody else under that spectrum, realistically, they're really fighting paycheck to paycheck. They really are. If they miss a paycheck, life changes for them. I don't care what you are doing. Your bills are going to be close to that mark, somewhere in that range. Your bills are going to be close to that. If you miss a paycheck, it's going to hurt you, right? So that's the first part. The second part is this. most of these ideologies that women have been brought up off of are really unrealistic, because the average man today does not make that kind of money to support a whole family, household, wife, and children. It's really unrealistic. Does it happen? Yes, but it's far and few between. I know quite a few guys that are making 6 figures, but they could not afford for their wives to quit their jobs right now. Your wife say, "All right, I'm done. That's it." No. Your life cannot continue the way that it's going. See, that's the whole hit. Could he do it for a period of time? Yeah, anybody can get behind on their bills for a period of time, because that's really what'll happen. What'll happen is he will go ahead and he'll take the blunt of that blow, and he'll pay out everything that he has. He might lose his car and make sure you keep yours. He's gonna make sure that y'all have a roof over your head, but it may not be where you're currently living. He's gonna make sure that y'all eat, but it may not be what you used to eating. You're not gonna go out every weekend because they just don't have it, because the money has changed in the household. I don't care how much money he is making, unless he's falling in that category, it is just not gonna work that way.
You're right.
The men of the past, we talked about this one time before, that the moms and the grandmoms talked about. Those men, the average income in those days was like $4,000 and some dollars, right? If you were making, a house brand new, built up from the ground up, cost $8,000.
Wow.
You understanding the math? So if you're thinking about what the average income is, and you're thinking about how much the houses cost, what we're talking about now is unrealistic. We don't make half of what houses cost anymore. Number one, we don't make half of what some of the luxury cars cost. Some of us make the price of a luxury car right now. And not to mention, we have credit card debt. We have student loans.
Like it used to be.
All of these things that are going on, those things were not an issue in those days and times. So the mom was teaching it based off of what she had going on in her current life. Mm-hmm. Currently, that policy need to be updated at this point, right?
And you're right. You're 100% right.
And it's relative. They're all relative. All these statements are all relative, because there are some people that can do that, and that's fine. That's great. But the majority do not fall in that category where they can just take care of a household. Short period of time, yes. Long period of time, no. Now, another thing. So I'm gonna keep promoting this book, and Mike, we probably can get this guy on here too, because he responded as soon as I posted his book. This book right here, The Battle Cry. Yo, when I tell you that this is an awesome book, like, yo, the dude tells you, I don't want y'all to see what I wrote, all the stuff I wrote. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna show you. But there's after one of the chapters, he tells you now it's time for you to do some work. He said, I want you to write down everything that you want to be successful in, or you want to have and you want it to be successful, and tell me all of the negative things that you can think of about each section. Because what he's trying to do is he's trying to expose the fact that men have fears, pains, and emotions that they keep bottled up inside, and they never actually expose them. So to go back to the point that I saw that Daryl had made, and that Shannon was talking about men are supposed to. The men of the past had severe anger issues as well. Let's not forget that. Some of these men of the past beat their wives because they didn't know how to deal with their emotions.
You told Harpo to beat me.
These scenarios would not be the case if men knew how to express their emotions and learned how to express their emotions and were comfortable with expressing their emotions. Most men are told not to cry in front of people. Most men will never cry in front of their wife. To the day, and it's almost a shock. If you ever see your man cry, it's almost like a shock to you, like you don't know what to do. Like you looking like, oh shit, this must be bad. He's crying. But it's a human thing.
Yeah.
I got joked because I said I don't want to be with no woman that's farting around me and shit. But then you gonna tell me that if I cry, I'm a punk motherfucker, right? So we both at a disadvantage because I gotta hide my tears and you gotta hide your farts. So I guess we even, right? so
Exploding.
you know, it's craziness, man, and we got to get off this high horse of what we think things are. And we basing it off our parents. That mama was
Rolling Stone.
Hoping that daddy came home in a good mood or didn't have too much to drink, and then whip everybody's ass when they came in the house because he was paying all the bills and mom was sitting at home cooking rice and shit. You know what I mean? But in this day and age, we need help. And we got to stop acting like we don't need help. We need support. We need you. If financially we got it, we need your mental support. We don't need your mental beatdown. Right. I gotta feel comfortable in my house. I gotta feel like I can. I'm using this because it's important. I gotta feel like I can cry. I gotta feel like I can let you know that I didn't like something that you said, and it not be an argument. It can be a discussion. And a lot of these relationships, they just don't see it. It's just not there. We can't talk. Everything is always so one-sided. It's okay for you to tell me how you feel and cry and all of that. But the moment that I try to express my feelings and let you know how I felt about something, I'm everything but a man.
So once again, the ladies have totally twisted and
did we really
distorted.
Shut up, you're a liar. You about to be an abused husband on TV.
This difference.
Now,
but it also depends on too. Now, like Professor didn't broke it down to he talking about adult men, like real life adult men that pretty much got their head on straight. But in this type of situation, like it could go both ways depending on what you are getting out of there. Because a lot of people replace something they're not getting with something that's additional. Like who said that? Somebody was saying like a chick sitting at home. I mean, chick have a man drop off at work. He riding around in her car in these streets all day, but she gonna accept that because he probably banging her back out, or this nigga probably hustling and giving her a little couple extra dollars. So.
Well, she just feels some people just need to be with somebody,
or just insecure and need to have somebody, you know what I mean? Something like that. So they'll overlook a lot of shit just to be with a person, just to say I'm in a relationship. But like you talk about it from where the professor is coming from, this statement I see it as being true.
I can agree with what he said as well.
But what about the statement? What about a lot of men walk away because y'all women was too busy finding faults in them while they was too busy overlooking yours? You don't agree with that?
I don't know.
Yes, do you agree with it? Yes or no?
I don't know. I think I'm not disagreeing with the fact that they may overlook our faults, but I'm like, is that the reason men walk away?
Let me break it down to you like this.
And this is not.
I'm not walking away because you're my business partner. But how often do you say you want to talk to me? And we have our talk, and I'd be like, and you be like, you talk to me more about shit I've done than I've ever talked to you about shit that I have a problem with.
And this is what the husband says. And when I asked him, shit, Shannon, that ain't bother me. I don't give a damn about none of it. Like you don't care. So,
see, that's another issue.
No, it's not. It's not an overlook. When you say you don't care, that's not overlooking. That's you don't give a fuck.
Oh, he's just saying it doesn't bother him.
So it's not. So you're not overlooking it because you overlook things that bother you. Like, okay, it bothers me, but I ain't gonna say something. But if you say you don't care, then it doesn't bother you. It's a difference. And you act like nothing bothers you. You in this cloud nine. Because I do try to make a safe zone for you to be able
to. Not safe. Women say that. Never safe.
Really?
Fellas,
have I really?
Look at me.
You can't talk. You can't talk.
Safe.
You can't. No. No, all jokes aside, and I mean, be honest, because I know I can be a little aggressive.
How are we gonna be honest?
You know, the lady at work told me today I need to calm down, so I know I can be a little.
I told you that fucking 17,000 years ago.
But when we're being serious, when we're having a serious conversation, do I not make you feel comfortable enough to be able to express how you feel if something is bothering you?
Uh-oh. I want to say blink 3 times. Lord.
I mean, because like I said, I know me. And I go 0 to 1,000 really quickly, but I never want Mike to not feel like if something is an issue that we can't have a discussion about it.
But you know what?
The discussion.
You know what? It may not even be you. It may not be you why he's not feeling. He may not want to have a discussion. That's something that's ingrained. Just like you've been brought up a certain way. He was brought up a certain way, whether it was said directly or indirectly. Whether he watched me, his father, or another gentleman, in his life.
It was his past relationships. I know that. And that's why I try, because I know that he's been through some things that they have made him the way that he is. I try to be the opposite. But nothing bothers him.
It's a hard pill. And I still say the same thing, especially when it comes to black men and black women. Like, we got to figure this out. Like, this is bad, man. And I want to point out something else before you go to the next side, y'all. Are you noticing? Just seriously, and for real, y'all need to loop this. What I'm getting ready to tell you, and post it or think about it or something.
Oh, somebody in here.
Huh? Who we living in the house?
Somebody in the room. Oh, that's Mike. What time is it?
I don't know.
6:43.
All right.
So look, have you noticed that there's more men talking about the mistreatment that women have been dealing us than it is women talking about it? Have you realized that more often now you're hearing more men discussing how they feel about the way that they're being treated in relationships or lack of, or not being able to express their feelings? How there's been a major shift in women. Have you noticed that that's happening more and more often? Like Kevin Samuels is only relevant because of the climate. He's only relevant because, I don't know if y'all know this, but Kevin Samuels, before he was doing that, he was doing fragrance reviews.
I ain't know that. I know he's been online for a while and just kind of got popular.
If you go on YouTube, that's what he was doing. He was doing reviews on fragrances. But he only became relevant because there has been a shift in the way that women and men, how we deal with each other, particularly black women and black men.
So is it a negative shift that men? Is it a negative shift that black men now are starting to vocalize their frustrations?
Do I think it's negative?
I don't think so, but I just think it shows that single females is harder than single niggas right now. It's just like you see the switch, and I'm dead ass serious, because especially you look at these single mothers, especially if they got older kids, grown kids, they ain't taking shit from nobody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they making demands and they're putting their foot down. And nowadays dudes just can't deal with that. And a lot of women is making more money than a lot of men out here now. And that's intimidating to a lot of dudes. But if you look at it, man, everything is switched around. Females is getting more hard and the dudes is getting softer. It starts with the single mothers. It starts with the single mothers. After all these years, these niggas putting them through this shit. They raising kids on their own. They ain't trusting niggas. They building their own strength up, making their own money. Now they calling their own shots, and niggas fall back off of that. They intimidated. So like they niggas getting soft. That's all I can say. That's why you can have a conversation about toxic masculinity or some shit. You know what I mean? Because of these soft ass ways nowadays.
Well,
all right. Well, let's go to the what time check?
45.
All right, let's go to the next clip real quick.
Okie dokie.
I don't know if Mike is really in here or because I told him I don't see his video.
Absolutely, and you're right.
What Shanae said? Shanae said,
"Thanks for making both parents accountable because single mothers are created by absent fathers."
Exactly.
So it definitely takes it. Both parents are, in a sense, doing some sort of damage,
Right.
one way or the other.
All right, let's go to the next clip. And if you didn't know, you're tuned into the Cooley and the Gang Show live every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are happy to be here. The holidays are approaching, and
I want to go to therapy.
I mean, I wouldn't mind sitting down and talking. As many therapists and stuff as we know, like
I don't want to go to somebody.
No. Well, therapy need to be normalized in our community because still it has a stigma, even up to now. People want to pray it out.
you only got that one. It was only
LB,
that
you
one.
need a different type of therapy, though.
Professor.
Right.
I thought it was more than.
Isn't that nice?
Okay, there it is. All right, so the next one says you can be the best for someone. Let them choose what's comfortable for them. A person will say they crave stability but entertain chaos. People simply are who they are. Stop trying to see them differently. You'll thank me later, I promise you.
That's the truth.
I know I've known a couple women that really like date. I don't know what it was about just organized chaos in a relationship that was something that they thrived on.
I do good in organized chaos.
I deal with a female like that before. Like if it wasn't something going on, I don't think nice, peaceful, regular relationship was good for her. Like she needed something like to yell or try to hit you or some shit.
Like that chick in that first video we watched.
Right.
Yeah, she seemed like very toxic.
She seemed like the type of person that always needs some chaos around.
Drama.
Yeah.
Too much
People
drama.
are definitely who they show you are, not who they tell you they are, but who they show you they are, and not necessarily who they show you they are when you first meet them, but who they show you they are over time. Because the real person will always shine through.
All right, let's go to the next one. There's a difference between looking to a partner or relationship to make you whole and recognizing that it is through relationships that our wholeness has an opportunity to be met.
Yeah. And I think, definitely a lot of people, and I will say, especially women, I will dump this on women. Definitely look for a man to make them whole. And that's not a good thing or happy. Like, I think even with us, I didn't look for Mike to make me happy, but there were certain things that I expected of him to complete my happiness, and I had to kind of fall back and realize, like, that's not his job. Like, certain things that I was expecting of him was not his job.
Right.
I had to find that happiness here first and do it on my own, and then bring my wholeness to the table to meet his.
Right.
And and a lot of people are not willing to check themselves and realize that a man or a woman does not make you whole. That whole starts here, and then when you come together, it just becomes a bigger circle.
Right.
Right. Interdependency.
Right.
You made that up, Sana.
But no, people need to heal all together. That's how it works out. You gotta have that peace within yourself. They need to have that peace within themselves. So that way when you both come together, you're not like you're building, but you're both still individuals. That's why I advocate to couples, please have a set of friends, have a guy's night out, go out, have a girl's night out, go out. So that way when you guys come back together, you have something new to share with one another, a goofy story.
Right. You gotta stop looking for someone to fill that hole that you already have and fill a hole before you come into the relationship.
Yep. Right.
So that way you're starting off on solid ground.
Solid.
Yeah, I had a homeboy and he dates a very, very nice young woman. And his thing was the fact that like all the time is supposed to be them together. Like, he has a group of friends, but she really doesn't have that many friends. So it's kind of like everything they do was kind of like it's got to be like all us all the time. Yeah, like those.
I ain't gonna like you if I'm with you all the time. Like, I'm not gonna like you.
Friends.
But in that person's mind, and that's like, you know, like Shanae said, let's not put it all on a man or woman. But if it's a dude that doesn't have guy friends and spends most of the time with his woman, either or, in their mind, like that is my friend. Like, so I'm supposed to hang with my friend.
No,
But in your mind, you got friends, so you like, well, no, we gotta split this shit up. Yeah.
Get off, go away.
Can something like that ever have any long-term effects, y'all think?
Hell no.
Long-term effects?
If the person doesn't have their own thing going on,
Yeah,
It's gonna get tiresome.
Hell yeah.
yeah, you
It's gonna
can't.
be a resentment.
Yeah, you can't spend all of your time with a person. It almost seems like the question will start to come up of, are you watching me, or you know, are you why do you feel as though that every time I do something that you have to, people have this thing where they think that once they get into a relationship that means that everything I do you have to do, or everything that you do I have to do. It doesn't work like that. I mean, I think that you should still have your own separate thing. Like, you should have your own shit to go to. I should have my own shit to go to.
Right.
You know, it's just part of being a part of life. People be so worried about the wrong shit, man. It just, everybody want to see if somebody doing something, and you know, if you have friends, what y'all talk about? Oh, this what you talk about with your friend? Shut up. What are you talking about?
Nels, shout out to Nels.
Hey.
Nels, Brittany Renner got our video blocked on YouTube.
What?
Oh yeah, our YouTube video got taken down. Brittany Renner did it. Nels says she gotta have friends. My dreams come true. Thank you for joining us tonight. She says I agree. Nels also said, wait, what's wrong with you that you have no friends?
Right.
That's the question.
Right.
Wait, now why don't you have friends?
Can you say you?
That's a red flag then. Like,
That's
if,
Netflix.
Look, they kicked their friends to the side from for the last nigga that they had.
yeah,
And that's what
fine.
happened. That's exactly what happened. They kicked
girlfriend.
Nobody doesn't have anybody, but people are willing to throw their people to the side for their partner. And then your partner's looking at you like, what you do that for? Because I'm going out with my homegirls.
Right, exactly.
You're mad at the world because you're thinking I'm doing something because I don't want to spend every waking minute with you. But if I spend every waking minute with you, I'm not going to like you because all I see is you.
Right.
I think we all have that one friend that does not know how to coexist in a world where they're in a relationship and with their friends. I think we all have that one friend, and once you know they're in a relationship, you know
you ain't gonna see their ass.
Yeah.
Some go down and they call you. What you doing?
Don't call me now. Don't call me. Go call your friend. Which is your man? Bye, girl. Bye. Bye.
Oh, you know me now.
You gotta love them anyway. All right, let's go to the next one. Hit the button.
Pour into each other.
I think we that was the last one.
Yeah.
So in Neri's post, she says, we haven't talked in a while, but slide to the next slide and let's chat. Most men won't even mention you gain weight or complain about how you don't bring it to the bedroom anymore. Still love you the same. Crazy how loyalty is different for men and women. Men leave after they've exalted all possibilities. Women leave simply because they're not happy. Not all, but majority. It's easy to find someone when you're not looking for anything. But anything is empty, fun, temporary. Just be careful. People don't take lightly being taken for granted.
Now that last part, yeah.
This tug of war thing with relationships over time has gotten worse and worse, because I just feel like the requirements are different. You know what's funny? Women talk about, get sick of the same. Oh shit. Women talk about they want a guy to have X number of dollars, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the guy ain't with them long enough for them to even be worried about how much money he got. I mean, first of all, let's be clear. The only time a man's financial situation should even be relevant is if you guys are talking about getting married, not just fucking every now and then. Because a dude that works at McDonald's could take you to Longhorn and Ruth Chris every 2 weeks. So, I mean, what difference do it make how much money he made? It's only relevant if you're talking about moving forward in a relationship. And most of these guys, the way that they're meeting these women, are not in a position where they're even considering taking you any further than
Longhorn
to the car.
Longhorn in the bed.
So with that being said, I just think sometimes people overshoot their jumper, and I think that they ask for things that's irrelevant in different scenarios. But it's unfortunate. In all seriousness, it's unfortunate that as people, man, we just it almost seems intentional. Like we intentionally make people feel bad. Like, why is it important? When we first started the show, I asked a question, and you ladies can answer this question.
Okay.
Is it more respectable for a guy to go out and get his own place, knowing he can't afford it, or is it more respectable for that guy to stay home with his mother or his father because he know that he can't afford an apartment or a house by himself?
So I'm going to definitely say it's more respectable that you understand your finances.
Is it acceptable though?
Is it
Okay, one question at a time. Hold on, bro. Hold on. One question at a time. It's more respectable for you to keep your ass at your mom and daddy's house than for you to go out and be struggling and evicted and then be possibly looking, especially if I'm talking your ass, thinking that you about to come to my house and we ain't about to be getting married. So it's respectable for you to stay your ass at home. Now, as far as is it acceptable? It depends.
Right.
Why I say that is if you home because you know you can't afford to be out, but you're not doing anything to work towards, like if you like, yo, I'm here, I'm saving because I don't want to rent a house. I don't want to rent. When I move out of here in the next year or two, it's because I'm moving into my own home. Or I want to save up so that I'm ahead of the game when I move into my own apartment or whatever it is. But if I'm talking to you and you like, nah, like I'm staying at mom and pop's house, they ain't making me pay no rent.
I got all the Jordans and shit. I ain't moving. That's one of the red flags.
Your mama back door because you don't want your mama to hear that you got company at 12.
Oh,
like,
no.
Bruh.
All right, I'm gonna get some Linnea, I'm gonna let you go and then we're gonna get some comments.
Okay, I rather give the guy. It's acceptable if he tells me he has a plan. That's the reason why he's staying with his parents. Now, if we go to his place and he's struggling, then I would have to say hi and bye because that tells me right there your head is not where it needs to be. I'd rather you be honest with me and say, look, I would love to date you. I mean, we can go out, but I'm trying to save up ducats so I can be a homeowner. That I can understand, but I also be respectful of his parents' house. I ain't trying to sneak in the back door. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. I'm sorry. I'm not a teenager no more.
All right, let's get some comment. Hey, Linnell, happy birthday again. I want to get some comments. So
now that's true.
Nell says definitely going to start picking the little things apart that annoy me. He said, what warrants financial assistance when we meet? Gracefully created. She says, stay home until ready. My dreams come true. She says, relationships are not hard. People who make them hard, if healthy boundaries are set early and hard conversations with a whole lot of compromise, healthy relationships can work. Nell says, women will date a man with a wife at home, but won't date a man whose mom is at home. Hey, yo. Yeah. My dreams come true says, unless you are wealthy, money matters. Will always be something that has to be discussed, married or not, for women and men. Shout out to everybody in IG. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hit
and
those
Shanae
hearts.
said,
Show some love.
Saying technically, if we're just dating, he or she doesn't owe you an explanation of his plans.
Well, eventually it's going to. It depends, and this is when I come down to what you have to know why you're dating when you
What's
go
your
out into
purpose
the
of dating?
dating
Are you
world.
just dating
What is
because
your? Are you sport dating?
Right.
Or are you dating with a purpose to
find
Exactly.
find a partner? So you need to know why you're out dating. What are you dating for? What league are you in?
I ain't dating to just be dating.
But honestly, when you get in a relationship, do you really think about shit like that?
When you get in what?
When you,
I'm
when
gonna
you
tell you,
meet
though,
somebody, when you
Not
meet
when I was
somebody,
20, no, but at a 40-something-year-old,
yeah, I mean,
Right.
yeah, of
hell
course,
yeah.
yeah.
Just playing with these niggas.
yeah,
Oh,
me,
I ain't got to. Sorry.
me, yeah, I go out with somebody, I'll be looking at shit. Man, she farted. That's it.
All right, Jill.
The toilet. She cleans the toilet.
All right.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying? Do you really think after like, all right, so you meet somebody, y'all talk for a week, go out on your first date. Do you think just being and within that time you can say, oh, okay, well, there's somebody that I think I can be in a relationship with?
Me personally, what I do is I try to pick up on vibes and I try to pick up on them early. If I feel like a woman that I feel like a woman that's interested in me, regardless of if I'm at a high point, low point, or in between, she's gonna build me up wherever I'm at. And she's gonna want the best for me. She's gonna be a part of my journey. I came on here, he said something real important. He was saying, I'm home studying. He said, it's only one person that actually offered to come and hold my cards for me or bring me something to eat. He's talking about as far as, females are concerned. That's big. Like that means something. That means that you're investing into what I have going on. It may not even be a scenario where you're trying to be with me, but you believe in me. You want me the best for me enough that you're going to at least come over and hold my goddamn cards, quiz me, talk about it. Do you need me to go grab something? I know you studying. I can go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and cook you something. I'm gonna bring some food over there. We ain't gotta go nowhere. Keep doing what you're doing. I won't even bother you. Like that type of energy is what I'm interested in. Like as far as relationships are concerned. But we're in a era where everybody is so self-serving.
Right.
Like fun is fun. Like that's cool. Like I told somebody, sex is great. Love it. But if you think that I'm trying to be fucking all the time, let me tell you something. I'm an old fighter, yo. I done knocked out enough. I'm ready to put my belt up and say, you know what, y'all? You had this one and shit.
There you have it. Straight from the professor's mouth.
Girl, I'm done.
okay.
I'm gonna take it from there.
Our guest is here, and this is the perfect time to bring him in. He is a entrepreneur, and so he understands the one thing that you brought up tonight that is very important to understand is and I want to talk to him about this is like when you're an entrepreneur, it's not just you. Like there's a woman or somebody behind you that's pushing you. But he is the owner of Madison Snacks. And he is in the building, Mike Norton.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I'm so
going
green.
on?
Wait a minute, he got snacks.
I got, man, we got product over here. We got product. What you want? What you want?
Basement, man. I missed the basement. You would have had snacks on the table.
Man, if y'all, man, we got product. How y'all doing tonight?
All right.
What's going on? Hey, man, first of all, let me give y'all flowers, man. Shout out to Cooley and the gang for giving me this platform tonight, man. I appreciate y'all. Rudy, shout out to you, man, on the clothing line.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, man. Look, I know right now we strapped for time, but look, what I want to do is, man, introduce y'all to what I'm doing down here in Baltimore, Maryland. I want to educate y'all or be a little bit more informative about the line of work I'm in. And I took some notes to help the next entrepreneur or maybe the next generation. Is that okay, man?
Man,
man, I appreciate y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Well, listen, man, let me start off by saying this, man. I've been in the route sales business over 22 years, man, and I've been independent for 12 of them, man. I learned the game really with Mike, man, from the ground up. Back in the days of Giant Food, I learned how to do distribution, shipping, and receiving. And I would see guys and I would talk to them and I'm saying, man, well, what you doing, man? How you doing this? How you doing it? And they would tell me they were in the delivery business being independent. Well, things have changed from 1998 up until now. You know, in my line of work right now, what I'm here to tell the next entrepreneur is you don't need a route supervisor. You don't need a route salesman. You eliminate them to go independent. And I'm here to tell y'all how to keep 85% of your money. I want to show y'all how to partner up with these companies. And I'm only telling you this due through the failure. But I want to give the entrepreneurs out here some notes to think about, man. These are my goals, and this is how I live, and this is my principle. You know, commitment. Commitment has gotten me to my goal. I'm very knowledgeable about what I do, and that's more important to me than a dollar bill. I'm not looking for a paycheck. I'm on here to talk about generational wealth, okay? I'm here to talk about generational wealth, not only in my home, but in the Black community, okay? Again, start small. I had to start small. I had to master things while I was small. And now I'm able to build myself up, which I can come out here and talk on these platforms with you. You know, investment. Sometimes an investment does not pay off in 1 to 2 years. It may take 5 to 10. But understand your investment. I want you all to understand to invest in yourself. That's really key. And know what you're doing. And also, if you're in my line of work with route sales, purchasing a bread route, a candy route, or maybe you're delivering shoes to downtown locker room or air conditioner parts or partnering with Amazon or UPS, when you purchase these routes, man, look for a problem. Find a business with a problem. You know, sometimes everybody can't purchase the high volume route. Like, again, sometimes you got to start small. You know what I mean? And find a business with a problem. You know, use your creativity. I mean, look, being in business is a fun, and I love it. So, how's that sound so far, y'all?
Good.
We breaking it down? Okay, great. Well, let me tell you how it started, man. From Giant Food to Pepsi to Coca-Cola to working part-time at FedEx, man. I've been trying to get this thing off the ground since I've been about 23. And it happened for me late in my 30s. What really, really messed me up was being eager and not reading a contract properly. I purchased a business, right? And, you know, I knew how to make money and I knew how to do everything, but I really didn't get in depth into the contract. And it was really a bad contract I was under, y'all. I have to be very, very honest with you. And, you know, when you're in my line of work, they want you to pay for the route. You have a route payment. I was paying for bread. I was paying for shrinkage. I was paying for electronics. I was paying for this. I was paying for that. So it was almost hard to make a paycheck.
So, Mike, tell people, what is shrinkage? Because I know somebody thinking differently.
Well, shrinkage is when, you know, you have to, inventory is very important in my line of work. You have to keep up with the inventory. So if things get stolen, they all fall back on you when it's time to count inventory that once a month. So if things are missing, if you're $200 short, you're going to get hit for that $200. Now, this was why I was in the bread business, servicing the Giants, Whole Foods, Kroger's. You know, it was hard to make $1. Some people made off better as an employee, but I persevered and I stuck with it. I'm working down in Northwest DC and I'm going through changes, man. The city is it's not Chocolate City no more. I mean, everything is changing, but what kept me believing in me was I had a cash account. And the cash account paid me $300 weekly on a Saturday. And I said, well, man, what if I service this place more frequently? So I did. And then what I would do on my off day, I would go out and solicit, man. I would go out and solicit and show them different types of bread. Before you know it, one cash stop led into exactly 25 cash accounts I had in over the 7 years. I had Rite Aid doing business with me, paying me in cash, IHOP, this independent market, that independent market, and Smith Bacon didn't like it. So you figure I was giving all my time to the independent market when I really needed to, man. That was where the money was. You know, I had to remember this is my business, but I was in a very bad partnership, and I don't want to ever see that happen to nobody. Where I was bringing home $3,000 to $5,000 in cash, they just could not believe it. They said, well, what are you doing? I said, I'm in business. I'm growing it. I've lost 3 major accounts. How do you expect me to pay the computer payment, the rent bill, to this bill, to that bill? You know, so I fell down pretty hard, but I got back up, and now I found this. Now I am not in a partnership. This is just a distributor. I have a distribution deal now. 100% all money goes to me. I put 25% of the money back into the business, man, to keep it all rotating. So right now, man, if you ever want to see me, I'm right now, my distribution deals with Marlowe Candy and Nut Company, man. I'm basically in the snack business right now. You know what I mean? And what makes it more interesting, man, the product is halal, man. You're gonna see it everywhere. You know, I don't deal with the pork gelatin, and the taste is even better. You know, you can find me right now. The bulk of my business inside all corner stores, independent supermarkets, and I also have institutional sales with the colleges of Maryland. You know, I mean, I'm happy right now, man. I'm in business. I eliminated the route supervisor, the route payment, the salesperson, all those people, and all the profits go to me, man. The same type of technology your UPS man used to scan your address and packages, I purchased that. I keep all my customers on the Android. If they ask me, well, how much money did I spend with you last month? I have a printer and everything. I wear it on my hip every day, and I can pull this type of information up, man. And that's what I'm here to educate y'all on, man. If you're going to be out here in my line of work, man, this is what I want to see more young black men doing. I don't want to use the word hate, but I strongly dislike when guys are on that truck and you have a route supervisor and a sales rep, and these guys are making a 6-figure salary, and the driver's only making a minimum of 5 to 8% of that money. You know, pick up the Reginald F. Lewis book, Why Should All the White Guys Have All the Fun, man. I'm chasing him right now, man. He was in the snack business. I'm trying to, buy somebody else's company,
So how much would, like, if somebody's listening right now and they want to, they definitely interested, like, well, shoot, I know how to talk to people. I don't mind moving around. Like, what would they need to be able to get started or to start moving into this sort of business?
Well, what I would recommend is don't make the mistakes I make, man. Before you do anything, get your personal line of credit right, okay? Because you are going to need a loan. And before you leave your 9 to 5, stack as much as cash up as you possibly can. You know what I mean? That's very, very, very important, okay? And if you're going to get in that line of work, I want you to go over to Coons Ford Security and get one of the high top T150 Ford vans. You know what I mean? Those vans are good for distribution, okay? I want you to go to your insurance agent, pull out about $1.5 million of insurance, okay? Protect yourself as well as the product and your passenger if you want help. And I want you to be able to travel intrastate, okay? I want you to be able to go into the Baltimore, DC, PG County lines without having to deal with transportation authority and everything. For somebody trying to hit you with a $4,000 fine, you can't make no money that way. And as far as technology goes, man, I think you can go on any technical website and you can find a printer and a handheld, and you can tell them, hey, man, and you can log your own customers in, man, and do your own billing. It's really that simple, man. And I'm like I said, I'm really happy right now at this point in my life because it took a lot to get here, man. I fell, I rose up again. I fell, I rose up again. I've been through a lot of hurdles, but I know with your platform tonight, I'm gonna reach one person, man. And I'm thankful for that. And most importantly, the key in what you guys were talking about earlier in relationships, Rudy. Look, if you're gonna get into this line of work, and I'm not trying to stay away from what I'm doing, but I got a great woman at home that holds me down. Okay. She understands that I am rotating this money. I'm flipping it every day. I'm constantly on the grind. If I'm not on the street soliciting, I'm at home trying to call corporate stores and get my product in. Those are real key things about going into business, man. Letting your woman know, hey, look, I'm getting ready to cash out on the 401k. I'm getting ready to leave this job I got, and I'm getting ready to build wealth, man. Again, what separates me from a lot of people, man, is I'm looking for the generational wealth, man. And I ask myself every day, what kind of person do you want to be? Poor, rich, or wealthy? I mean, we know what poor people do, right? Rich people say, well, look at the house I got, look at the cars I got. But wealthy people say, look what I've done and look what I did. I want to be, look what I've done and look what I did. That's where I'm at right now, man.
So, and what the part about, I don't think people understand, like, I want you all to understand that Mike is telling you here today that he is, if this is what you want to do, he is here to help and show you what to do and to help guide you. Am I wrong? Like, that's basically, like, that's what we telling them, right, Mike?
Man, I'm here to guide you and let you know also where you can find my product at and what am I doing and where am I at all over Baltimore and the price points and how do I merchandise and move, man. Any questions you feel free to ask me, man, or you want me to keep talking.
What snacks do you have? So is it
My
I listened to your previous show, so I'm not going to tell them, but I want you to tell them like the snacks. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in the snack business, and my distribution deals through Marlowe Candy and Nut Company. Again, I deal with the corner stores, the mom and pops, the independents, all your liquor stores and everything. And right now, my biggest support has been Baltimore City. Okay. When you go into a store, man, you're going to see this yellow, red, orange bag. You're going to see a black right here. Right there. Look for that.
What is it, though?
These are bag of Jolly Ranchers right here, man. I got the sunflower seeds, man. And the next project is, man, I got cotton candy, caramel, kettle corn, but the next project, and I said it before, man, is to get Madison Snacks on here and get my children's face on here. It's a $20,000 project I'm working on next. Basically, what you're going to do when you go into the corner stores from Penn Ave to North Avenue to Greenmount, you're going to see a black rack and a red sign. And again, I have the halal stick on there. That right now means a lot in my industry. My industry has been taken over right now by the Muslims and Pakistanis. So when I go out and solicit and I let them know what halal, it makes my transition a lot easier into the corner store. I focus on the 99-cent price point to get a quick turnaround. When I'm in my van, I don't think like a truck driver. I think like a business owner. So when you come in, you're going to see my rack in a good position in front of the store. If it's in the back or by the bathroom, I can't make no money, and the store can't make any money. I want a quick turnaround. So when I merchandise, I have a merchandising format that I follow. Say you're coming in and you just want some pistachios. Well, I go by the 4S merchandising price point that I learned in corporate America. That is salty, sugar, sweet, and salty, sugar, sweet, and what else is it? Sour. Sour. So on my top rack, I'm sorry. On the top rack, you'll see salty products, which are all my peanuts. Next, you'll see the soft, which is the gummy bears, which are halal. No pork gelatin. Anything gummy is soft, it's all halal. And then I go from there. So a customer is not coming in, man, where the pistachios, where the gummy bears, where the gummy worms, where the gummy cherries, where this and that. I got everything organized. I don't go in there and just throw things up, And I learned that all from the ground up with Mike through Giant, Pepsi, and Coca-Cola, So if you ever want to know why you go in a store and you see Pepsi right there, it's because it's the most selling product. You give them 5 feet of space and you give everybody else 2 to 3, and then you get to your non-carbohydrate drinks. And that's the format I follow with this right here. Keep it very simple. And it works for me because when I go in the store, I can tell what's missing. Oh man, Jolly Ranchers are missing, the peanuts are missing. It's a very easy format to follow. I have over 100 stores, man.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
We do have a question for you.
Yeah, we have some questions in the room for you too. So NJ Rich says, Mr. Norton, will you look into healthy snacks as people are trying to be healthier?
I do have healthy snacks. I saw Rudy one night with something. I wanted to post them, man. I do have the Butter Love mix. I have omega-3 mix. I have Nature's Health mix. I have cranberry. I have hikers. I do have healthy snacks. Absolutely. I don't deal with salty chips. I deal with the plantain chips. Okay. And when you are in Baltimore City or the county, I do carry a lot of Takis.
Oh yeah, the kids love that.
Got them. You gotta have them, baby. You gotta have them.
And as you can see that you are also studying your market.
Yeah.
So knowing what is the big hit, what the kids are going for, and the kids can afford, and things like that also helps will help with your fast turnover as well.
Absolutely. I know my market, and I've built a strong relationship over 4.5 years with my customers. I take every phone call via good or bad. I have no problem with answering it, and I get right to the point. Again, man, I'm not trying to make everything about me, man. More so, I just want to let y'all know about the positive things I'm doing down here as well, man, and how we growing down here, and who I mean, if anybody listening, man, I would love to help, man. That's what it's all about, man. You know what I mean?
Well, if somebody is interested in getting more information from you, how would you suggest they reach out to you?
Well, man, definitely if you have a corner store, or you can just pick up the phone and call me or text me at 443-991-1216. And I want to piggyback on something, Mike. Here's a good thing about being independent. You know, I love solving a problem. You know, I make my customers feel at home. I don't want them, there's no 1-800 number for them to call. I am the 1-800 number. I don't run from nothing. You know, I believe in building I'm trying to leave a legacy down here. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm here to preach, man. Don't let your fear interfere with anything. You know what I mean? You know, in most of my stores, I don't really have a whole lot of problems other than, you know, I might be out of product, but they haven't seen me. But, you know, that's all a good call. And let me just tell you about some other interesting things that have happened to me in business, man, which you guys don't know. You know, I'm struggling at this point trying to get it off the ground. And I get a phone call from a customer, Dr. Barry Evans from Towson. He said, man, I need a certain candy. I said, okay, no problem. I can deliver it to you. He asked me, am I black owned? I said, yeah. And, you know, man, his face lit up. He said, I'm so happy to be doing business with black people. That relationship I built with him helped me do a capstone project at Towson. You know, it really helped me, and it helped me get the product in the store, and it opened up doors for more of the colleges for me, man. You know, I do my own soliciting. I go out there, knock on every door, talk to 10, sometimes 15, maybe 20 people, depending on how my day is running. I leave a sample out, and I move forward, man. You know, route sales is an excellent business, and it's really good during the pandemic, man. I'm encouraging anybody, you know, look, before you go work for Amazon or FedEx, you need to, you know, try to get a good partnership with them, man. Before, really think about it. Think about it. You know, what kind of legacy do you want to leave, man? You know, we can't complain and not do nothing, man. And I'm just an example of someone who's really fell down and got back up. But I got a lot of family support, man. You know, my fiance and my 6 children. You know, my mother, my father, my stepmother. I got good friends, man. They support me. They all tune in, listening to the show, man. And I'm just thankful to be here right now, man. You know, my goal is to take over the snack industry. If not, man, sell half of my route to somebody else, man. You know, pretty soon I'm gonna be looking to hire. I have to fall back and do other things, man. You know, I got customers everywhere, and I have things. I have my route book. It's broken down very nicely where to go, East, West, Baltimore. But it's so much more territory I could be getting. And, you know, that's what I'm shooting for every day, man. Sky's the limit, man. Like I tell everybody, man, I don't need no alarm clock or nothing. I don't need no phone to wake me up, man. To know the fact that I'm in business, man, and I'm leaving a legacy is really good for me.
That's dope.
I
think in like listening to you, that personal touch, which a lot of companies don't realize go a long way. It means so much to have that personal touch, like you're saying, like, you know, like they got a problem, they call me. I'm showing up. I'm the one that's filling my at the stores. Like it's me. So my customers, they know it's me. They feel a part of this in a way because they can reach out and touch me versus having to call a customer service and talk to somebody that doesn't know nothing about the business and transfer you to this person and that person and that person. They can get right to the source. Like people don't realize how important that is for a business when especially small businesses that are growing. And because all that does is make, you know what I mean, your customers feel. So now it's not only what you're out there knocking on doors, but now my cousin's about to open a business, and guess what I'm gonna do? Yo, holla at my man. He got X, Y, and Z for you.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you brought that up. A lot of my customers have come down from New York, and my product is in New York. But they'll say, "Hey, man, look, when they first get to town, go see Mike Norton. Tell Mike we setting up in a few weeks, man. Tell him put a rack in there, and we're gonna go from there." And you don't know how good that feels, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's better than any pat on the back or paycheck that I could ever receive. I mean, I would work for a company, or let me not say me. I ran into a guy who said, "Man, Mike, you doing pretty good." I said, "Yeah, I'm doing okay, man. You know, I'm staying humble about it." He said, "Man, I got the number one route in the company." I told him, I said, "No, you don't. The company has a number one route.
You just
the route supervisor and the sales rep, they're the ones making the money. and you're the one that's getting up 3 o'clock in the morning and not getting off till 7, 8 o'clock at night. And I said, think about this, man. Think about this realistically. You were the one to take the risk. You were the one that has the relationship with all these stores out here, from big, small, medium, however. You're doing all this legwork to make all these people rich. Now, can your son go on that job when you retire? Think about it, man. Think about it. I'm real serious about what I'm doing here, man. You know.
There you go. Madison Snacks.
That is my youngest daughter of 6, man. Yeah.
Oh, she won the drawing. It was all right. We're gonna put the names in that. Whoever wins,
yeah, man. I don't but if I ever get that cotton candy line up and running, man, you're gonna see all my children on it. Definitely, man. That's so important to me, man. And I'm definitely, sky's the limit. I'm definitely looking to partner up with. This year, the goal is more independent supermarkets, and I would like to get with more Pop Warner basketball, football, volleyball, soccer teams. You know what I mean? If your children are going to camp over the summer, definitely I would love for my number to get passed on. I can't reach everybody, but
when you get with the teams, you're going to do like fundraisers and stuff like that. And
yes, I would love that. That is the goal.
So you have the freedom. So when you buy into this company, once you pay for your snacks, you have the freedom to do whatever you want with them. As far as,
and let me tell you how good it is, Mike. I got customers in Philadelphia, brother. I can do whatever I want to do.
Wow.
Within reason.
A lot of companies don't offer, like, they'll sell you the product, but it's still stipulations on how you can move.
And that is key. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of guys out here who are still being controlled. I'm talking to cupcake guys who dropped $50,000 down, but still are being breached out of contract because they didn't pick up the phone on a Sunday.
Wow.
Do you see that? So then when you try to get that $50,000 back, and let's just say you built the route up to $175,000, man. By the time they breach you and charge you for this, and that, you probably down about 85. And that's what happened to me. Okay. And I will never let it happen again. Okay, so you guys are hearing. I hope you all are listening and hearing. Ring the bell on that one, Mike. That's important.
Don't give him no reason to be touching the sound effects.
I was for a good one.
Once they finish dissecting you, and you didn't come in on this day, and you didn't come in on that day, deductions start flowing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Deductions start flowing. Now, how fair is that? How fair is that? I remember my truck breaking down to Smith, and I didn't have rental insurance, so I had to borrow theirs. They charged me $150 a day. Look, people, at the end of the day, the best investment is for yourself, man. If you're going to put all your money behind yourself, man, I just showed everybody how to make the money as well as protect yourself, man, too. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but man, again, this is what I love doing. I'm here to talk about. And to be honest with you, man, I would love to be out there selling more. But right now, I'm everything. I'm the manager, the this, that, the third. And I love wearing all the hats because it let me know I got a job every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing. And in this line of work, man, you can survive the pandemic if it ever comes again, man. You will survive the pandemic. I'm a living testimony to that.
Madison Snacks, Michael Norton, owner of Madison Snacks, and he was giving knowledge. And that's what we like to do. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. That's what we like to do here. It's not just about interviewing people, but I think every guest we've ever had on that has had a business lately is like not just telling you, not saying, "Hey, look at me, I'm doing great."
No,
they're giving you jewels and things to walk away with, and that's what's always been important to me. Mike, give them that number one more time if anybody wants to reach out to you, or how can they get with you if this is something that they're interested in, and they want to. Somebody asked, "Do you have a website?"
Man, right now, that is the next step of mine to work on.
We're gonna tighten you up. I got somebody. We're gonna tighten you up.
Yeah, man. Please do.
You up.
Like I said, I need the website, and man, any information I can help you out with, definitely call me at 443-991-1216, man. Probably leave your name in a text message, man. I will respond back very, very quickly. But I mean, again, man, being an entrepreneur is a lifestyle to me. A lot of doors have opened up, man. I mean, I'm grateful to come on this platform. I definitely got to shout you guys out again. 1500 Social Owners Podcast, man. We had a ball Saturday night, man.
Shout out to the social owners.
Shout out to the social owners, man. Scrap Money and Charlie G. And definitely Saturday morning, I'll be doing the Dr. Pat Stewart show, man. 10 a.m. I also have to give a shout out to Cornelius Adams and Vital Magazine. I'll be on the front cover of this month's issue coming up. I just got a phone call about that.
Okay.
Again, you know, I appreciate the applause, but the work isn't done by no form or effort. The work is still not done until I've built that Black Wall Street that nobody can tear down from us, man.
Becoming a Blacktopia, baby.
Blacktopia.
With the snacks.
Well, we appreciate you, brother, and you already know this platform and me. You already know me. You already know what it is.
Yeah, man.
I want to open a business.
Call what?
Like after show.
Listen, let me give out my email too, man. If anybody can listen right now, man. If you're listening, my email is routesales1980@gmail.com. Okay. Definitely hit me up with that, man. And again, man, I have over 200, maybe 300 snack items, man. If anybody should ever want anything, man, you know, I'm not inside a vending machine. I want to clear that up. I am inside the independent stores, man. You'll see me on a black rack with a red sign and a green halal sticker, and look for that yellow and red bag, man. But again, man, the lifestyle is fun, man, and I'm just here to encourage and give some informative information out here, Mike. You know, it damn sure ain't easy, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
So, question real quickly, because as you brought up vending machines, is that something that you are considering into purchasing and venturing into?
There was a company that is coming down here from New Jersey. I've thought about trying to block them off from coming down here, but I got too much going on, man. This is how I feel about a vending machine. A profitable business, but what happens when that church or that corporate building says, you know what, I don't want this no more. Now you got to haul that machine out of there. And, you know, to be successful in that industry, man, it'll take about 10 or 20 of them. You got to take about 10 or 20 of them to really be profitable. 2 to 5 won't get it. 2 to 5 is like having a part-time job. I mean, if you're going to concentrate on the vending machine, 10 to 20 will really make you money. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But if somebody does have one and want to put the product in here, hey, feel free, man. I got you. It does work in the vending machine. I'm not going to lie about that.
Oh,
that's what's up. Well, I appreciate it, Mike. I definitely appreciate you coming on here and spreading the knowledge. Like it's not about a door that this was you are doing us just as much a service as we have done you tonight. And
hey, man, I'm thankful for y'all, man.
It is definitely appreciated. And anytime you want to come back on, if something's going on, or you ready to, you like, look, now I need workers. This platform is open to you whenever. And it ain't nothing but a text, a call, or whatever. You just hit me up and it's done.
Man, listen, I want to again thank y'all, man, and thank y'all for believing in me, man. And it does really feel good to come out here, man, to teach and be informative. And to all the entrepreneurs out there, man, look, the road can get ugly, but if you fall down, please fall down like that so you can get up and pick yourself up and run. Don't ever fall back like that, okay? I want y'all to remember that. Fall down with your hands down so you can get up and run, and it's okay. It took me a long time. I haven't hit the home run, and I haven't made it yet, but I'm going to go out there and do it, man. And when I get the victory, it's for all of us, man, the coolie and the gangs and everybody. You know what I mean?
We appreciate it. Michael Norton, owner of Madison Snacks. We appreciate it, brother.
I appreciate y'all, man.
I'm going to holler at you, Mike.
All right, Mike. Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, Rudy. Thank you, man.
All right.
You are tuned into the Coolie in the Gang show live every Tuesday. Live every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. No, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You on drugs, y'all?
I'm about to say, you all right over there, bro?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That why I got to you that quick?
Oh.
From fentanyl.
Yeah, what's
No.
See? All right. We're gonna pick this thing back up. I wonder if I had any more good videos in my little because I know we didn't go through. Damn, I froze.
Let me ask y'all this: did y'all hear about that shit with the baby?
Mm-hmm.
His baby mother.
That was what I wanted to talk to y'all
The
about.
side chick, Danny Lee.
That part right there. That's what I wanted to talk to y'all about because we just talked about this last week with Brittany Renner. And I'm beginning to get confused because
what's the side chick and what's the girl?
Yes, so what is a side chick?
That's my point. They're not side chicks. They only become side chicks when you're mad at them. Now you want to label them as a side chick.
Now they're the green beans.
You was your boo and your wife and all that when you was knocking up and y'all was living a life.
So is there a line with are you like so if I take you out to eat, does that move you from side chick to
how am I side chick?
Let me tell you, this is how you.
So you do have to have a main person in your life in order.
I can't be a side chick to somebody that don't have a main chick.
So what are you if I'm just smashing you, but we're not exclusive?
We just smashing. We smash buddies. That's what we is.
Right.
I'm not your side chick. You ain't got a girl you're cheating on me with.
Well, smash buddies or side chicks, you never hit them without a condom.
Thank you. That's
where these guys fucking up at. They hitting these random ass chicks raw and getting them pregnant. Now they stuck with them and shit.
But that's a two-way street, though. That's a two-way street. She should have been on some birth control.
She knew what she was doing.
Well, yeah, true.
That was her man. The baby was her man.
He dropped his first baby mama for her.
That was her man.
And he's still hitting his first baby mama.
Yeah, because she's pregnant.
Oh.
She's pregnant now.
That's probably why they was fighting, because now you talking about you wasn't messing with her. That wasn't your girl. So now she pregnant.
And
that's why she sent the Plan B. She sent the Plan B, or what was that thing she
had it sent to her. She ordered Plan B to come to the condo that they were both.
Yeah.
That who was both living at the side chick.
Yeah,
I'm the side chick, but I live
with chick and the side baby and the popcorn kid.
Bro, get out my face. Get out my face.
Said she was popping Plan B's like Skittles.
So there we go. You call me a side chick, but I live here.
And you put
me
up,
and the baby live here.
Right.
I mean, just because you stay a week or two, don't mean you live here.
I live there, bro. I live here. I live here.
If your name is not on the mortgage, the lease, or whatever you do.
That ain't what the popo say, because if you let me live here long enough, you got to give me an eviction notice, baby. Know that.
Squatters' rights.
Know that.
And you know what's funny? That only happens in personal homes. If you go to a hotel and stay there for a weekend and talk about, I got squatters' rights, they're going to whip your ass and then throw you out.
What are these rights? Get out.
Like it's
this K Michelle.
Where?
Oh.
No,
that was a new K Michelle.
No, that's not.
Thank you.
They live with you, huh?
Shout out to Lolly. What's going on, Lolly? Been in here chilling with us all night. We appreciate it. Yeah, I saw that and I was just so confused. I was like, well,
once again, little boys and little girls want to be grown, and then you do little boy, little girl stuff.
That's where that yellow bone came from, because he pumped up her head, and
I gotta
the
be
baby mamas against each other.
Because grown folks, real grown folks, me and you fighting. I'm not going to social media to go live about.
He was going live just to protect himself, so she couldn't say.
And she did it first.
I can hit record. He did it first. I can hit record and never got to go live, and I'm still recording the same situation without it to the world. That's little boy shit.
You know it don't happen if it ain't happen on social media.
That's little boy shit.
That's
all right. Well, I wanted to bring this up last week with Nels. I didn't get to, but I had played a video from Kevin Samuels, and per usual, the women of the Cooley and the Gang show went all the way the fuck
I
off.
must not been there.
I'm sorry. Can I finish?
Was that it?
Can I finish?
Assassin?
You were standing there yelling from all opposite directions. Yeah, you were inputting. I played a Kevin Samuels video, and the big issue of the night was I don't like the way he talked to her. His tone is the problem. His delivery is the problem. So as usual, we do this show, and y'all jump on my back and get on me because it's Mike did this. And I think about all my best shit once we stop the camera. Oh, but
that's always the case, Mike.
Ready today.
I should have said this.
Yes, because I'm like, okay, so
let me start this argument again.
Yes, I'm definitely, I'm petty like that. So I'm sitting here with Shannon after the show, and I'm like, okay, so it's you don't like his delivery. You don't like how he says it. You don't like the way he says things. But every time I go somewhere or turn around, who is it? Migos or Lil Wayne or somebody, they saying, hey, bitch, come on over here. Shake that pussy, stinky hoe. Do it, stinky hoe. Yeah, And y'all just dang, yeah, you love it. You love it. Because his delivery is cool because he put a beat behind it. So he can say whatever the fuck he want to say. So Kevin Samuels need to just put a beat behind this shit. Beat behind this shit, and then y'all think it's cool. Then it's all good now. Now Kevin cool because he put it in a little rap. But you see who ran away. She left you, man. You see that, right? She ran away. She didn't want none of that. She didn't want none of this.
Come back. You trying to play me out? I had to go check on my mother. Don't do that. Had to go check on my mother.
See? Y'all saw that, right? Everybody saw that?
What a replay? Don't do that. Check on my mother.
So when it comes to delivery, you just need a beat behind it, right? Right, you just need a beat behind it. Put a little beat behind the delivery.
Shit. And I told you.
It don't matter who sent what to who, why they sent it, when they sent it. But I got this video for y'all right here.
Oh,
y'all gonna get all of this tonight. I'm tired of this.
Air us out, huh?
Tired of it.
Like they say in Atlanta, air this out.
Damn right. Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Where's my video at?
Then you full of shit. Right? How can you listen to rap music and that tone? Fuck you, nigga, kill this bitch, suck. How can that tone not bother you? How can you listen to a tone of a man that you know nothing about, right? And it's all this public information about me on Google about who I really am, what I really do in real life.
Gotcha.
So what I mean by most people, if they're offended by my tone, they full of shit. I thought actions speak louder than words. I don't shoot up blocks. I don't sell drugs. I'm not known for messing with children. There's no paperwork on me for snitching. I'm a father. You see what I'm saying? A real. So I thought actions speak louder than words. So all of these people are caught up into this unrealistic world where they'll let a stranger who they know nothing about allow his tone to offend them and be okay with every other thing out in society. This one particular person's tone, you will overlook what he really does in real life, but you will let someone get on there and trick you with the right tone. And there'll be a woman beater, there'll be a child molester, but they got the right tone.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So most people are full of shit. So I don't give a fuck about tone because my actions are still the same.
Nope.
No, I agree with him. That's the reason a lot of messages are being missed because you're more concerned about the tone than the message itself.
But you have to realize that people have to be able to receive what you're saying. So
that's sensitive shit right there.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Sensitive shit right there.
It ain't no sensitive shit.
If it's something that a person needs to hear,
what you say?
If it's something that a person needs to hear, and you're giving them facts, truth, and something they need to hear, I don't care if I'm telling you. Like for example, so
where my church music at?
If you're going to get robbed, right? Somebody running up behind you, and somebody turn around like, "Hey, Shannon, well, watch out for the robber back there," and they just calm about it. you're gonna be like, why the fuck you ain't scream that shit?
No, see, first of all,
that is
first
true.
of all, let me check y'all because what y'all doing, your little buddy here,
little buddy. Oh,
that Smurgan was coming. Is y'all taking shit out of context?
No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because, like I said, the whole what that man name Samuel's dude. Don't be you could, like I said, I've never disagreed with. Maybe some of it, but everything he says,
not nasty.
Shut up. I don't just.
That was nasty.
It is because I don't disagree with what he's saying.
Right.
But his delivery and how he says things
right
doesn't have to be nasty and demeaning. And that's all my point is. So your tone does make a difference because yes, you may be telling me what I'm saying, but don't tell me it in a demeaning way that make me feel like I'm stupid, I'm less than. Like, how am I supposed to openly receive that when you are making me feel that way?
Right.
I feel you when it comes to
that. He was talking in a condescending tone.
Rap music, no. That's a fucking song. They're not talking to me. They're not trying to. They're not trying to get me to learn something or understand something.
Right.
And that's what's like. Don't compare the two because that's music and versus Kevin Samuel. Supposedly, whether it's entertainment or not, he's supposedly trying to inform these women of things that they're doing wrong or that they could be doing better. Your delivery.
So when his videos come on, so this in your mind, this is a Kevin Samuels video.
This is what I keep saying.
Hello, you own Kevin Samuels. What the fuck you want, bitch?
Yes.
Is that how his video starts? No. Let me finish.
Oh, Lord,
We're having a conversation. If we're having a conversation and you're coming to me for advice, and I'm telling you, okay, ma'am, you need to do this, that, and the third. Well, what do you do here, ma'am? Okay, and then you start to, well, I just.
So then that gives you the right to be like,
I gotta keep asking the same shit
that's
over
why
and over
niggas
again.
fucking you over, you dumb bitch.
Call a woman out her name.
That gives you the right
never.
to do that.
Not never. Has he ever called a woman out her name?
I don't listen to him enough, but pretty much he's on that verge. Give him 2 more seconds, he's gonna say
he ain't. Just because he a little sharp and he tired of like, first of all, everybody, even the best teacher in the world get tired of that little stupid motherfucker in the corner. Like after a while, it ain't Tommy sit down no more. It's like, look, sit down. And you probably want to say you freaking Riri. Hey, get out the trash can. That's probably what she want to say. Don't talk to me.
Right. That's what the teachers really want to say.
You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, like you don't like if I'm trying to tell you something and you just not getting it. Then of course, yes, my tone is going to change.
Dead the conversation.
Well, then you better not ever change your tone with the children ever again.
People do not receive things the same way.
Then it ain't for you. Then you ain't strong enough for this.
Then people don't always comprehend things that way. And first of all, you got to know who you're talking to, your audience as well, before you start coming at me. I talk to you the same way you talk to me.
You call me, so you already know what it is.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me and you.
If you call me and you already know what's going to happen and how this thing is going to go, then you should already come on your best. You should already come.
I come on my best behavior.
On your best behavior and all your facts and all your files all sitting lined up. You should be ready for this. If you still come, you fumbling and still talking all goofy and all hood radish and all fucking stupid and shit, then yes, now
this is y'all Cooley in the game. Cool, y'all hear Cooley? Y'all hear Cooley?
Yeah.
Let me answer this question. How many times
to talk the way you stand?
Answer this question though, but how many times have you actually heard something from him and listening to the message you say, well, that's true?
What did I just say?
Whether it's tone or not,
to me. You
were shut down.
You ain't listening to me. I said I agree with him.
That's what I'm saying.
So you ain't got no argument.
I do got an argument. I agree. What he's saying,
he was saying the truth, but he was saying it in a condescending tone, like you should
condescending.
Like I'm dumb as shit.
I'm talking to Lene. I'm talking to Lene.
Look, most people already know the answers. They just trying to.
He was talking in a condescending tone. It like he switched up. Like he was like every time he would ask her a question, she would answer it. He kind of like was like a snooty.
But see, y'all was so focused on him and not hearing the stupid shit.
But I mean, like Shannon said, he had facts.
All right, Linnea. Okay, Linnea. let me put it to you like this.
All right.
You walk in the house and the trash is overflowing. You say to your
Mhm.
son, take the trash out.
Right.
He look at you and say, what trash? What do you say next?
That's what they say, yo.
What do you say next?
I said, boy, don't play with me. You
And
know
he
what
says,
trash.
Mom, don't be condescending.
What do you think you are? What do you say? What do you grade yourself before makeup? And
right.
And don't say. And don't say
the way he said that.
Don't say
Whoa.
I say A, and he gonna
Professor,
say
you see her putting the extra
he gonna
low.
say, I said A. He gonna be like, have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
Right.
Like, okay. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
Like, well, who are you?
That sounds like a question to me.
Mike,
That just
wow.
sounds like a question.
Oh yeah, you did excellent. You did very
Yeah,
excellent.
Mike, you did good. It's the rest of these folk that we got a problem with tonight.
Oh, you mean me and Linnea?
Yes. And y'all lucky Mayberry not here. I've been waiting for her ass because this clip was for her.
She
But
resting up.
y'all getting the bullets. Ricky! Yeah, y'all got all that. Y'all got all that.
I got my vest on.
Professor.
You know what? I was listening. I got a
agree.
something I was reading before, and I might have told y'all this story already, where the guy said that he wanted to get a job in like Sweden or something, and he sent this letter to this bank. And when he got the letter back about the job, the person said, "I would never hire I'm not hiring, and I would never hire a imbecile like you that doesn't know how to speak the language." Ooh. He said he started to type up a letter with all the curse words he could think of and send it back to this banker. But then he thought about it for a second and he said, he's right. I don't really know the language. I should have researched a little bit more before I sent him a letter. That would have been more respectful, right? Mm-hmm. So the moral of the story was some good things can come out of conversations that weren't necessarily, that could have been said a little bit better if you pay attention to the message as opposed to the way that the message was delivered. It's not going to always come the way that you would like for it to come. Sometimes you got to just accept the message for what it was. Me and Sean talk about this all the time. Take the meat, throw the bones away. Don't always focus on the whole thing because everything may not be for you. Just utilize what you can, get rid of the rest. Right. With Kevin Samuels, first thing is, remember what we talked about a few minutes ago about the emotions. Yeah. Kevin Samuels is a hurt guy. I mean, seriously. Like, yeah, I definitely think he's gay. That's my opinion.
I did too.
But here's the thing. Does that take away from his message? No. His message is still valid. Like whatever he has to say is still a valid message. The thing about it is, could he present it a little bit better? Yes. But let me ask you a question. If he presented it better, would he have as many listeners as he do? You also got to remember this is also like reality TV. This is something that makes people follow him. And truth be told, when he started out, he probably did start out on a real docile level. Somebody that's in media probably told him you got to mix it up a little bit. And once he did that and his reviews went through the roof, he said, I'm on to something. You know, I got to keep doing this. I got to keep responding this way. This is how I want to respond. Anyway, I saw a video he had posted and I definitely laughed about it. I guess he drive like a Lamborghini or Ferrari. He was like, huh?
Something like that.
He said, you see this? He said, Big Shirley can't fit in here. Those are the same for Big Shirley. he said, now you see that, it was some kind of truck or something, Yukon or something. He said, now she can get in that, but shit, Big Shirley ain't getting in this one.
But yeah, females have to realize how frustrating it is to actually try to hold a conversation, but think of everything to say the right way before you say it. Because it feel like to me when I have conversations, y'all know who I'm married to. When I have conversations and shit, I got to write everything down before I start talking because she is the same way. She will shut down when it comes to tone. Wow. if I just jump, I don't even have to be mad. But if I'm just too excited with my shit, then it's like, hold on, why you coming so? You know what I mean? So it's frustrating, like especially if you got something really important or something that you got to say, to sit there and have to say, all right, well, check. All right, pause for a minute and say, all right, well, look, if you do this and do that, that's fucking frustrating.
It's hard. It's something that's hard to do.
Right, it is.
But it's something that's necessary.
And I'm gonna tell you that she's the only motherfucker I'm gonna do that with.
And that means, and see, now that you got to alter yourself in that situation,
everybody else gonna get it.
Everybody else outside getting all the clip. Because now I gotta. That's who I am. Because you can't handle an octave above 2 and shit. Because you just can't. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll sleep on the couch. I don't care.
I just want. I want the same smoke. I want the same smoke later. All that.
Oh Lord Jesus! You got witnesses.
You know I'm gonna give it. Just remember.
But I'll be chill. I'll be holding back.
That's the problem. So I don't need to hold back later. I need that same smoke that you talking.
Now listen, are y'all talking about conversations? Y'all not being X-rated on this.
No.
I see too many grins and smirks and shit and all that.
It's okay to deliver it in the way that you want to deliver it and all that extra stuff. I want that same aggression when you deliver the conversation.
I just personally think that.
She gonna punch you in your mouth.
So what are you talking about with me and him?
I personally just think that I don't know. It's like I just think people have a problem with him. Like he's saying,
that's because you think he's funny.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious.
He's controversial. That's the give and take. He's controversial.
Anybody that receives the truth from him is going to feel a certain type of way. Right. I say like this: if you get offended by something that he say and use his tone, that means it's something in you that he talking about.
Look, I don't even know what he's saying here in this clip. I just took it to I don't even know what he's saying. I don't even care what he's saying.
Does it play?
I just want to hear
statistics. Okay. You have opinions. 51% is the majority. You will call that a generalization. That's a fact.
Where does these percentages come from? Who's coming up with these percentages?
So when they shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. When they can't win on facts, data, statistics, they start deflecting and start dissecting the numbers.
I've cited all
my sources.
Coming from who?
I've cited all my sources.
She ain't listening.
The Department of Labor, the Bureau of Statistics, the Department of Health, the Center for Disease Control. All the people in the federal government who know what they're doing. And they have reams and reams of data. More than just your opinion, your anecdotal experience. They got it all. Let's see what state do you live in?
Look at her face.
I live in New York.
New York. What borough?
I live upstate.
Okay. Carry your ass down to New York City. Walk outside. Carry your ass to New York City. Go to Harlem. Go to any borough, and I want you to look at just look at the observable outcomes.
See what it is. I know what it is. I'm from the Bronx.
Right. And when you see, how many two-parent nuclear families do you see in the Bronx? You Black people.
Not a lot. And my mother was a single woman, and she raised very successful. She had 7, and we're pretty
look.
successful. We don't.
Did y'all see that look on his face? That look on his face was, you stupid motherfucker. You all this time I'm trying to explain something to you, and now you gonna tell me, oh yeah. I'm like, you was just arguing with me 30 seconds ago. So
hold on.
Frustrate somebody.
I don't want you to bypass that little drag queen picture you just pulled up just now. Let's not zoom past that. Yeah. Is this what you look at?
That's on his page. That was like the next thing on his page.
Is fat phobic, like preferring taller men is a short phobic. That's Kevin's page.
That's Kevin's page.
Oh shit.
I got shown the shit.
They ain't helping his numbers.
Okay, well, we've had fun.
You feel better about yourself tonight?
No, because Mayberry wasn't here.
Well, maybe you should send it to her personally.
No.
Instead of attacking me and Linnea.
Linnea was here that night, and she was right there with her sister soldier, and you was over there waving your flag, and y'all was all waving that "We Are the Women," the Coolie and the Gang flag. Y'all was waving that shit all hard and proud. Yes. Shoot.
We said what we said.
Oh, excuse me.
We said what we said.
Shit.
Welcome, everyone.
Now you got to go first. What's your final thoughts?
Heal yourselves, please. Please heal and just love on yourself before you venture out here. Date with a purpose. Don't be just dating to be dating.
Snakes
Get
at first
slow.
You ain't lying. Especially at a certain age, you really need to have a purpose. Well, I guess if you just
You can't say that because everybody don't want to be tied down with somebody.
Well, dang, travel the world.
Right. But I'm gonna need somebody to travel the world with. Take crazy.
They don't want to carry a dog.
Not carry a dog.
They do it all the time. Carry it.
That ain't as much fun.
Princess, and we have a fun party. Come on here, princess.
Where y'all going?
Matt, final thought.
I would say at least once a week, take a day. I mean, it don't even necessarily have to be a whole day. Just take some time and say fuck everything and just focus on yourself. Like, do whatever you want to do. If you don't want to do shit, don't do shit. But focus on yourself. Self-care is not selfishness.
No, it's not.
Because if you ain't right, you can't be right for nobody else. So at least once a week, take some time for yourself to do what the fuck you want to do. If you want to smoke crack and be butt naked with some pink slippers on, then do that. As long as you're happy for that moment.
No.
But, yeah. Take care of yourself.
I don't condone that message.
Professor, final
I think this show was actually really good. This is one of our better shows.
Yeah.
I think, a lot of information was given. Hopefully everybody or somebody utilizes the opportunities that were given tonight. At least one person should contact, Mike and try to put themselves in a better position in life because, if you notice, man, all of this stuff comes back around full circle. Like this, none of the stuff that's going on in this world is new. It's all old stuff that just reoccurs over and over again. And next go around, you just want to be in a better place. And if it's not with you, your children, you don't want, just think about the things that you might have gone through because of this pandemic scenario or being forced to make decisions that you wouldn't ordinarily have made because you needed your job. So put your children in a position where they don't have to answer to anybody, where they can actually make decisions based off of their moral compass and how they want to do things in life. So that's really all I got.
Did Matt go?
Yes.
Yep.
I didn't condone his message, remember?
Tag you.
Tag him it. I am actually going to first start by with thanks again to Mike for dropping in with us tonight. Like he had me all in. Like I was listening wholeheartedly. He definitely gave some good information. We got him down for our snack distributor for Blacktopia. So and
we building that shit up,
ain't we? So to close out, I'm actually piggyback off of what he said because as one of the things that I say to myself often because we all fall, but falling like you said, don't fall this way, hands palms down, so you can pop back up versus that way, falling back on your back. So just remember, all fall a time or two, but the key is never to stay down. Get up, do it again, try something new, but keep getting up.
No doubt. I appreciate thanks again to Michael Norton, owner of Madison Snacks. Definitely we posted his email in the room. If you want to go back, he also gave out his phone number. We definitely appreciate him.
Powers that be,
I know
that's
what it
the
is.
powers that be.
I know that's what it is. And
that was on there.
Yeah, that was me.
We thought it was Rich.
Shout out. So shout out to him. Thank him for joining us. Shout out to Shooter. Shooter's birthday bash, November 25th.
Okay.
Dimples Lounge. More info to come.
I swear that sounds like a strip club every time I hear it.
That's Black Friday. I know I ain't gonna be able to come up for that.
Thanksgiving Eve.
It is? Oh, yeah. Wednesday.
It says it biggest day, Thanksgiving Eve.
I know I ain't going to be able to come up for that.
No, you can't.
So shout out to Shooter. That's my dog. Shout out to Shooter. Happy birthday, brother. His birthday parties are always live. And Dimples is a real nice spot. So go out there and support them. It's up on Liberty Road. We appreciate all the new faces we saw tonight. That were contributing to the show. The good comments.
Come back.
Shout out to Shanae. Yes. DJ Ecstasy. She is also one of the dopest. I hate calling her a female DJ because she's just a dope DJ. Female or not, she's a dope ass DJ. So shout out to her.
That's my DJ.
She is online. You can go and follow her, and she's available for bookings. Shout out to Lolly. We seen him in here tonight. Shout out to all our regulars, and always, Cool in the Gang. We here every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you know somebody with a black business, because we like to keep that black dollar going, Powernomics, baby. Tell them about our show. We'll be happy to have them on as a guest. And one thing we forget about, though, shout out to all the people that listen to our actual podcast.
Yes.
It takes a special person to actually listen to a podcast. And we have a nice, strong following that actually listen to this show when we post it on Apple Podcasts and everything. So shout out to you for listening to us consistently every week.
Thank you.
It is greatly appreciated, man. I don't take nothing for granted. Even on the days I don't feel like doing this, like I still do it, like I don't always feel like, it takes some time. And I know my crew, they show up, they don't always want it, but they do it for me. And I appreciate
money
it.
Good.
Yeah, that money, that coolie, that check good. That check good. Yeah. Thank you, brother. So we'll be here next week. We don't have a guest next week. We're going to freestyle it.
So
and
send in
it's
them
the holiday.
topics.
So
I got
send
something
them
y'all want to
topics
talk about. Send it our way.
Yes. Y'all family.
On the spot. So get to work, team.
Play cousins, actual cousins.
There you go. We're a big fan. Cool in the Gang ain't just us. Y'all part of this too. So
come on.
Really?
So next week we'll be back 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Bring a friend with you. Tell a friend. And we're gonna have some giveaways for the holiday too. So we got merch. We're gonna give some things away. So tomorrow's date night. Glam Shan will be selling her glam chasing jewelry. So don't miss that. Wednesdays. We'll be on 7, 8.
Yeah, we on at 8.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Come on now.
We're doing this thing. So definitely we'll be back, man. So tonight we're gonna play a little D-Boy the Dome, one of my favorite songs of his. Because we about to go up.
I got you, see.
We're going up.
I see what
to
you're
the
saying.
top, baby.
You are tuned into the Cooley and the Gang Show on Blockworks Radio.
Anything you can vision, I'ma do it for you. Don't wanna blur up the vision, I'm just throwing the hoop. Timmy Turner, let me show you the proof.